All right, everybody calm down a second. Hold on.
Can you turn my headphones down?
Turn your headphones down.
I don't need you yelling.
1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 down. Okay.
I don't need you yelling at me.
That's the only way you respond, and you know it. Now, hang on. Now, because I did this, now they're going to say, you're talking over the audio on Sammy Joe's audio. Hang on. Let me switch it. Don't. Okay. Now, Sammy Joe's audio is off. You guys are on, and it looks like everything's moving where it's supposed to be. PodTrack moving up and down. Streamlabs is moving side to side. We can begin the off-the-record show with the general. It looks like everybody's here. Can anybody tell me, are we actually broadcasting live on kgxtradio.com? That's the primary source. None of this matters. If all the moderators are like, oh, I don't know. I just went over to YouTube. I was just hanging on YouTube. I don't know, General. It wasn't my job to be on KGXT Radio. I didn't check KGXT Radio. Okay. Then I'll just tell, well, you know what? We can just hang up on YouTube right now. If no one's going to tell us anything, Gen X Mom, are you getting any feedback on Discord right now? Anything?
Mics are hot.
All right, mics are high, looking good. Now, for those of you bouncing around YouTube, you're watching on YouTube, you're listening on YouTube. Danny H wants you to know that we're going, that the track is going, baby. I just want you to know, Danny H, we are recording. So, for those of you that are on YouTube, Christopher Cevic's over there, Spot and Stock, Deb Ninehouse, Ed K, Star Robertson there, the usual suspects, if you will. I need you guys to know, not forever. You're not going to be able to do this in YouTube forever. No. We're going to make this kgxtradio.com only, and you're going to have to use the Discord room only for the comment section. It's a little more difficult, but it does push everybody over to the radio side. In fact, I will tell you right now, Gen X Mom is going to be monitoring the KGXT Discord room like a pro, and those things take precedence. If somebody says something in there, it's going to take precedence because that's the way we're going with everything. All right. So, God, what a show. We've had such a fun time. We've had such a fun time with this program. Yeah, I hit record. I did. God, yes, I hit record. In fact, Danny H, I'm recording it on Streamlabs and individually on the PodTrack, so you can sit your narrow ass down. Everything is going according to plan. All right.
I have a bone to pick with Discord.
You have a bone to pick with Discord?
Yeah, Dragon Slayer Jade.
What now?
And Shiloh all have blue wrenches, but does Mama X have a blue wrench? Hell no.
Wow. Wait, in Discord?
Yeah, they're showing a blue wrench.
I didn't know they had blue wrenches in Discord.
But Mama X don't got one.
I did not know that. Do you feel left out? Do you feel like the girls have left you on the sidelines there? Well, my goodness.
I'm going to cry.
So we got some stuff. There was some stuff in here, some messages. Nightbot, he had a story before. He says, busy tonight, but I can stop by and say hi. So he said, happy to chat. Give me a call if you like. Now, I don't know whether Nightbot means yes, he can tell the story, or no, he can't. Because you texted him and said, hey, you got time for your story? And he said his exact words, I'm busy tonight, but I can stop by and say hi. And you're like, are you available now to share your story? He just says he can chat. I don't want to call Nightbot just to ask him how the Yankees are doing. I don't want to ask him, what'd you have for dinner, Nightbot? You going to watch Charlie's Angels or Different Strokes tonight? I'm not calling to chat, Nightbot. I'm calling to get a story. You know what? Got to move on till he replies. Don't. Kristen Hartman says, I already sent you my ghost stories. Happy to tell them if you have time to call. So we got Kristen Hartman. We got Nightbot. Our very own Sammy Joe is laid up in a hospital bed right now. She was a moderator. She was on staff here for a while until she broke the cardinal rule and she washed her underwear with trippy pineapples and she got pregnant. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Discord is saying that the gain's too high on KGXT, but it's good on YouTube. So I don't know if it's...
No, there's a way to do that. There is a way to adjust the gain on the butt.
Okay, well, I'm just... letting you know what people are saying to you.
All right. Try it now on the butt. Let's go down here. On the butt, on the butt, on the butt, on the butt. Let's get a report back, a live reading. How's KGXT Radio sounding now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
We have Drop'em, Sandy, Dragon Slayer Jade, Ed K, Taz, Disney Kids dropping in, Dude, Spot and Stock You, Shiloh.
Where? I don't know where you're...
On the Discord
Oh, thank you.
channel. Much better, says Jeremy B.
Jeremy B. Well, Jeremy B. is giving me... Now, see, that should have been Danny H. going 5 by 5. But you know what? Danny H. is whoring himself on YouTube tonight. That's what's going on.
Christopher Sevick said 5 by 5.
There we go. There we go.
I'm just saying we got quite a few people on Discord, KGXD Studios in the chat room. I love it. I love all these people here. That's great.
Checking in with Rob Irk. He needs to get rid of that. He needs to get rid of that first R. His name's Irk. It should be Eckert. So Eckert sounds better. Rob Eckert. I'm Rob Eckert over there.
All right.
So anyway, Rob's got a story, but I don't know if he's got time to do one tonight. But we're lining up a few. For those of you who aren't paying attention, you have to dial or text us. I have the phone in my hand, 805-460-5603. If you have a ghost story, a Bigfoot story, an alien abduction, paranormal story, text me. And if it's good, I'll give you a call. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
I got a couple things. Did you finish off why Sammy Joe is in the hospital, or did you just throw it out there as a blanket statement? I
said she washed her underwears with trippy pineapples and got pregnant. That's what I said. It was right. You were in the studio
I know,
with me.
Somebody was asking, what's going on with her. I don't know if they understand that comment.
They don't understand what washing your underwear with.
Okay, people are asking questions. Okay,
go ahead.
I'll answer.
Yeah.
Sammy Joe is not full term. She is at 21 weeks. She is in the hospital right now with high blood pressure. They are observing her at the moment. That's all we know. So we will keep you posted as we know. So at the moment, she is fine and resting and smiling. So that's all we know at the moment. Now, why don't you tell people how to get to Discord if they want to get to the Discord chat room? And also, how do they find the live stream on the radio station?
Well, if you go to kgxtradio.com and you click on the little triangle button there, all of a sudden the radio will begin playing.
I made a mistake on
God.
Sammy Joe. 29 weeks. I said 21.
Who cares?
She's 29.
Who
It's
gives
big.
a shit?
I'm
trying to tell you tell me to start talking, and then you raise your hand, and I'm one word into my sentence. And are you sure I can talk now?
Yes.
Okay. I don't give a shit how many weeks she is. She's having a baby. She's in the hospital, and they're trying to get her fixed. That's what's important.
If they would have fixed her in the first place, they wouldn't be here.
That's right. If she was fixed in the beginning, or if Trippy was fixed, we wouldn't be in this mess. All right, let's start again. All right, so if you go to kgxtradio.com, that is where the radio station will be playing this broadcast. Now, what you got to do is pretty soon, we're not going to be simulcasting on YouTube, so you guys better figure out how to get over there and do it. kgxtradio.com. Now, the other question that she asked, and then she interrupted me within 2 seconds because of 21 weeks, was how do you listen on Discord? Well, Danny H has already put it up there, but for those of you who don't know, if you're listening to the radio station, it's discord.gg/Gen X Talks. That gets you logged in. There's an exact link that goes to the KGXT room. It's just chat rooms. It's just old school chat rooms. You got to be able to do that. So for right now, it is simulcast, and for right now, you get to hear the whole thing, but soon it'll be radio only. Now, I've got about 4 lined up that we can call and talk to. Now, depending on the length of the stories, that could carry us through the hour. But if not, you go ahead. If you know a story, if you got a story you want to talk about, or if you know somebody that's got a story, call them now. Text them and say, hey, man, Gen X Talks is on the radio. You got a really cool ghost story. Have them text 805-460-5603. I'll get back to them. Not this week. It'll be next week. But we can get you on board, all right? So even if you don't have one, you know somebody that does. Come on. You know somebody that does. Give them the message. Give them the phone number. Let's light this thing up like a Christmas tree. Gen X Mom.
What do you want to know? Let's see.
Okay, I'm back. That's all I need you for.
Okay.
Let me grab my headphones, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get right to it.
I want some ghost stories.
I had a story to tell.
Regarding what?
Well, just life.
Your new shoes?
Your
new pants?
No, but I'm gonna save it for the podcast tomorrow morning because it's really funny.
Yeah, did we have an adventure today?
We did. Okay.
Stay tuned for tomorrow's show.
Tomorrow's podcast is going to be a humdinger, and that's good if you don't know what that is. All right, let's go to we're going to go to Rob because he's on the top of the list right now, and I just saw Jason check in. We'll get back to Jason in a minute. Rob, don't stick to the point. Rob promises to tell a very quick and concise story. Rob, we don't want you to leave out any details, man. Okay.
He has the floor.
He will have the floor.
Okay.
Take as long as you want. I'll comment as we go along. I'd rather you stay away from Italian sundials on in Florence, Italy. If you can do that, appreciate it, buddy.
Black cats are good, but they do move.
They do. All right, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we're connected. We're going to call Rob right now.
One ringy dingy.
Hello.
Rob, do I got your name in my phone wrong? Because you were correcting me.
No, I was listening to you on the radio, and you said there was an extra R in front of my last name or something.
Yeah, like you had 13 R's in your name. I was telling you, Rob, change your name, man. That's not right. You got take out one of the R's, put in a substitute another letter. I was fucking around. I don't know
Hi,
what I was
Rob.
saying.
It's Mama X.
It's all good. Hi. I know. I can tell by the sound of the voice, there's no way you're dad.
Oh, well, I just wanted to make sure I'm here, because he talks a lot.
Whoa, easy. I give you your time. Rob wants to hear from all of us equally, okay?
Okay.
I mean, a little more me, but still,
Yeah,
we're
see?
all okay.
See?
So, Rob, I'm going to let
guilty of talking a lot, too.
Yeah, Rob, I'm going to go ahead and give you the microphone and just give us a little background, year, make, and model, like where were you, what time in life, what was going on, and then have at it, my friend. It's all yours. Tell us your story.
Did you want the sleepwalking one or the one that I died in?
I want the one you died in first.
Okay, so I had a 2009 Harley XR 1200. Loved the bike. It was an awesome bike. I was a tow operator at the time, making great money, contracted by the police, so making great money. Somebody turned in front of me, and I was in a coma for 6 weeks. I don't remember the day before or anything. Apparently, the kicker to me, other than dying and losing the bike and all that fun jazz, was apparently I slept with the girl that I always wanted to my entire school life, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And
earlier the day, but I don't remember it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, that did not happen, my man.
Damn.
No, that's my point. I think she's just saying it just to, I don't know.
Or she felt really guilty and she prayed to God and said, please, can you make him forget all about me? And God did.
Oh.
So wait a second.
Either
Hold
way,
on.
It was a good thing.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, man.
Hold the front door.
Hold the front door.
Okay, I get that you were in a coma. That happens. But how do you know you died? Where does the dying part come in?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't know exactly how to word it, but the way that I know how to describe what happened was it's basically a dream. I was in Japan. I don't know if it was Nagasaki or Hiroshima, one of the two, when the bomb was dropped. Then cut to 9/11. I was underneath one of the towers when that happened. And then the biggest one for me was I was a huge Titanic fan when I was younger, and I relived the time on the Titanic. I think it's just extrapolated from movies.
Yeah.
The human brain is an insanely powerful tool.
I wouldn't disagree with you there, my friend. Not at all. Now, wait a second. So you're telling me while you were in the coma, now, and I get where you could say coma, dreamlike state, but the fact that you remember those things is freaky. I mean, let me ask you and maybe it's been a long time, 2009, I get you. But were you there in Nagasaki or Hiroshima, like everyone around you was running around like they were dressed in 1945? It was back in the day, right? Is that how you're saying it?
Yeah. It was kind of periodically correct. It was only in color. It wasn't black and white.
Right. Well, okay. Then when you were how do you? Oh man, I got so many questions, and I know it's hard to recall. So just do your best. But when you say you were under the World Trade Center, I mean, did you feel the building coming down around you, or did you just wake up in the dark with dust everywhere?
From what I remember is it was just a beautiful day, and I remember looking up as just the bottom of a plane was all I saw.
Wow. But you
And
knew
it was 21. It was March 4th of 21 is when my crash happened and all that.
Oh, 21. So it was only 4 years ago. Oh, you had an
Yeah.
09. Your bike was an 09. That's right. You said your Harley was an 0. Okay.
Eric Buell's legacy. Sorry for talking
No.
that thing up. I just love Harley and Eric Buell.
Hey,
That bike was flipping awesome.
I got one too. I got an 08. I'm putting back together to get back on the road. I'm with you, brother. I get you.
Keep two down and watch out for these people that drive while looking at the top of their kneecaps. I swear to Christ,
oh my
man.
God. You know what bugs me about that? Not to get off topic. I don't, and maybe this is you, and if this is you, I apologize. But I grew up in a generation where you did not wear flip-flops when you were riding your Harley.
Who does that?
I see
That's
that
a thing.
We saw
That's
one riding with shorts
That's
today.
the thing. He had shorts and flip flops on, and he's riding a full dress. And I'm like, where did these fucking people? Who taught them how to ride? You don't put your fucking flip flops on like you just got out of the pool and get on your bike. You know why they get away with that bullshit right now? Because they don't have to kickstart them anymore. They're all electric start. You have to go
they
back.
They haven't had a tow.
Yeah. You fucking have to kickstart a bike. You will never walk up to one with flip-flops on, I promise you. But, hey, that's just me. I'm getting off topic. I do apologize.
They haven't had a toe bent the other way yet.
No. And you certainly don't want to lay one down with shorts either, I'm telling you. But, again, I'm...
Or touching the side pipe.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I've done that.
That's
I've
like
done
bacon or
that.
something.
Yeah. Gen
I
X
did it
mom-
I
once.
have too, just on a Cobra. It wasn't a bike. It was a Cobra. It was worth it, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but you know what? You only do it once.
Yeah, I did it once,
Yeah,
and that was it.
All right, man. Let's hear your other story. What was you had a sleepwalking story?
Yeah, so this one, my memory's a little bit more fuzzy because I don't remember a lot of it. What I do remember is I went to sleep and it was a good sleep, and I woke up with everything from the inside of the fridge in my bed with me. I'm not joking on that last part. I was all of 9 years old, and this was also the last time I stayed at my great aunt's house. I wonder why. Don't you just wonder why? Everything though, the entire fridge was cleaned out in my bed with me, and I don't remember it.
That has got to be one of the funniest
Oh,
stories. Of all the people, I wonder if, the story that Rob is about to unfold for us. I'm wondering if he's making it up. If this is going to be some stupid made up story, no one would make up a story that they emptied their fridge out and put it
That's funny.
I just can't believe. I still can't even believe that it happened. I was all of 9 years old, and yeah, everything. When I say everything, though, even the little thermometer, thermostat, the thingy that's in the corner, everything.
Oh my God, that's funny.
So, did you wake up and see this and
now
deal
I got
with
a
it?
tear in my eye because I miss her so much. But yeah.
Or did you wake up and have to deal with this, or did your aunt walk in and go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
See, what had happened was this was before corporal punishment was frowned upon on everybody. So I woke up to stars. Yeah.
He woke up getting ass beat. He's like, wait, what happened?
He woke up and was put in a
Hey,
coma.
I deserved it though.
Yeah, well,
I deserved
did
it
she
though. I miss that lady so much.
did she make you put everything back, or did she do it?
No, she did it. While every time she came back, she gave me another V8 in the head.
I would have done the same thing. So.
I'm literally laughing so hard. I'm crying over
I am
here.
too. That is so funny. I don't know if one of my kids did that. One of the boys.
Oh, I'd be right there with you. I'd kick the shit out of him. Like,
Oh
what
my
the fuck are you doing?
gosh.
I wouldn't hear no story. Oh, I must have done it in my sleep. Bullshit. You were hungry.
Dude, that's the most messed up part. Is I wish I was awake so I could tell the story of so then I took this. And
Yes,
then,
exactly. How many items did
Man,
you
I
carry
was-
in one trip?
I don't know what I did, man. I don't
that's
know.
the thing. I don't even remember. I don't know none of that. My thing is the thermostat. Why did I take that? Or is that even what it's called? The little...
Yeah, the thermometer.
You were
You know what
cleaning
I'm
out
talking about, right?
Yeah,
The little-
Yeah.
the thermometer.
Yeah.
You were cleaning it
Whatever
out.
the hell it's called.
Oh,
I was
that's
raised right. When I
Oh,
do a
man.
job, I do it all the way.
No,
Even if it's the
Exactly.
wrong
There you
thing.
go.
Didn't even slow down. Man, I can't even imagine. At 9 years old, and I don't even know how far his bedroom was from the kitchen, but how many trips would that take asleep? 9? 11?
Oh my gosh,
You're
I
not
can't-
doing it in one armful. You have to go back and do it again and again.
I'm surprised I didn't wake her up. Could you imagine if she'd have woke me up just in the hallway, arm full of stuff?
Oh,
What the hell are you doing?
No shit. You think you got an ass kicking then? If you'd have been caught in the act, it would have been way worse.
Hey, at least the shower would have been right there. I'd have been able to clean up right
No
away.
kidding. Hey, Rob, I'm going to let you go, buddy. Thanks for the stories. Thanks for the laughs, my man. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you.
No, yeah, thanks for the call. I appreciate you guys' show, and I wish my dad was around as much as you are around for yours, yeah?
Oh,
Hey, man, that
nice.
was a nice thing to say. Thank you for that. We'll talk
That's
again soon,
someone
Rob.
need a good dad, yeah?
All right, my
Oh,
man.
yeah. You guys have a good night.
All right,
Later
you
on.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was Rob, man. He turned out to be surprisingly cool, you know?
Yeah, I love that. That's a great story.
I wonder, if any kids ever hear that story, they're going to get caught with stuff in their bed and go, I was sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking.
I don't know what happened.
Let's piggyback on that about our son Ryan.
Well, yeah.
Let's piggyback on the sleepwalking because he didn't just walk; he
ran. Yeah, he was digging under his desk one night in the middle of the night,
like a dog.
like a dog would dig, and his older brother came and got you or me or
And
somebody,
laughing.
and he's digging for something, and you come in and go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm trying to find it, and he was digging like he was trying to, like a dog with two paws, digging in the yard, and he was under the desk digging at the carpet with his fingers, and you got mad like, you're ruining the carpet. Why did you get out of there?
Yeah,
was the
but
other
his
one?
older brother was laughing the whole time.
What was the other
that.
one Ryan did? He used to sprint
To
around
all the way
house.
to all the way to my room. I could hear him coming like a freight train,
Yeah.
or to our room.
And he'd run around because in this particular house, he had you could walk from the kitchen to the living room to back to the hallway to the kitchen. You know, some have places you can walk in a circle. You can go around, the door, the walls and stuff. That's just how the house was set. And he would sprint like it was a track. Like it was, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I could hear him coming, and he'd stand by my side of the bed.
Yeah.
And he'd be going, he'd be like out of breath.
And he
I
doesn't
was
even know why he's doing it. And then, he wakes up and he's like, I'm tired. Well, no shit, dude.
You've been running all night.
You've been running laps all night.
I don't think he does it anymore. He's now like 30 years old. I need to ask him.
Yeah. Oh, we need to ask his girl and go, hey, does he still get up and wander around? She may say, yeah, I just let him. I don't care anymore.
That's just crazy.
Oh, man. All right. So there's other people in here. Doom, 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 doom. Let's see. Who is in? Nightbot. Nightbot, is he in chat? Did anybody see if Nightbot's in chat?
I have not seen him.
If look for him in Discord in there. He just said he's happy to chat, but I don't know if he can tell the story or if he just wants to talk about shit.
It's also, he's in Australia. I don't even know what time of day it is over there.
I don't know. It's backwards. I'll tell you what. I'm going to try to call Nightbot, and if he doesn't have time to tell the story, we'll move on. But if he does, I'd really like to hear what he's got to say. Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's try Nightbot. Dialing Nightbot. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, it's it's a weird area code.
Oh, told you.
Holy shit! $1, $2, $3, $4.
We'll write it off.
Well, to get the Sun Valley Fox to pay for it.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, it's Nightbot. How the hell are you, my man?
It is. I'm all right. How are you going?
We're hanging out.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, you just made Gen X Mom's night.
Going to need a bigger knife.
I'm going to need a bigger knife. You just made her night because she's loving this. Hey, you said you had a story. Do you got time to tell us what's going on?
Well, I don't really have so much of a story. It's more of a theory, if I can say it like that.
Nah, go ahead. We're ready.
I have a belief that UFOs aren't actually coming from other worlds. They're coming from this world, and they're coming from a different time. That's my belief.
Well, now,
They-
Nightbot, hang on
They
1 second here.
always seem to
hang on a second, Nightbot. Hold on.
Yes.
You can talk about this because remember, part of the Off the Record show is conspiracies and theories. So, yeah, you're fitting right in here. So, continue. You think aliens are from Earth, but do you think they're from a different? Now, there's two different time things can go on here, like from the past or the future, or do you think they're from our present, but just a different dimension, and they're moving in and out of those time slots?
No, I think the future. I don't think it's a different dimension or anything.
Okay.
I think it's the future. I think they can come backwards. I think there's only a one-way trip.
Whoa.
Like you're not going to survive this trip. Kind of like a Elon Musk going to Mars type deal.
Well, now, hold on a
And,
second. Hold
you
on.
know,
So let me see, Nightbot. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Now, if I'm just playing along with your theory here, these aliens are from the future. They're smart enough to invent time travel, but it's a one-way trip and they're fucked when they get here? Why? What's the point? What are they doing back here?
I have no idea. But I can't figure out a way where it makes sense that they could do it without dying. So the only way I can think of it is if they do it, they can't survive it. So
Well, if they
probably
can't...
doesn't make too much sense.
No. Now, hold on a second. Let me get with you on one thing here. Hold on. Maybe I can bolster your theory. Let's say you're right. Let's say aliens are smart enough to figure out how to go back in time, but they can't figure out how to go forward, so it's a one-way trip. Now, even if 1,000 aliens went back in time and you were right and they all died, how would the aliens in the future know? They would think it was a successful trip. They would think, hey, Bob went back in time and he must be okay and everything's good. They wouldn't know that he died. So your theory could be true.
Have some form of communication. It's possible they could have some form of communication with, say, the ship that they're on. They could have some sort of radar type thing. That's obviously very, very long distance.
Well, Bob, I'm trying to, or Nightbot, I'm trying to help you here because if they can communicate, then they would communicate and say, we're all dying, don't come to the past. I was trying to be on your side about that and say they didn't have a way to communicate. So no, the aliens in the future didn't know they were dying. All right, Gen X Mom wants to chime in here. What do you got?
Hobo Rob is saying he thinks aliens know how to use interdimensional portals.
Well, that's what I was bringing up. I wanted to clarify with Nightbot which way he was going with that. That's all, I'm just saying there. So I don't see what the point would be, though.
There's one extra thing that you've kind of got wrong here, though. I'm not saying aliens. I'm saying humans.
Didn't you start off by saying aliens?
People.
Wait a minute.
No.
Are you sure?
Well,
Nightbot, I'm going to play this back when we're done. And if you said aliens and now you're changing it to people, then I'm going to have to put you in the woodshed. Nightbot, I'll put you in the woodshed for a goddamn month. You and Danny H can just live in the goddamn woodshed.
Oh, if Danny's there, I'm happy to go, mate. I'm happy to go.
All right, I'm with you. So, Nightbot, let us all ponder on that for a bit. I'm going to hang up with you and move on to another one. But, dude, thank you for letting us call. I really appreciate you. You've been around a long time. I'm so glad I got to hear your voice.
No worries, General.
Thank you very much for that. We appreciate you.
And good to talk to you, Mama X.
Oh, it was good to hear from you, Nightbot.
All right. Talk to you later, my man. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
And that was Nightbot.
That was awesome.
He changed his story. That goddamn Australian. You know what? He's probably not even from Australia. He's probably from Tasmania.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, him and Loudone are from Tasmania. He said, I'm telling you, the guy said aliens in the beginning, and then he changed it to humans. And I'm like, okay.
Anybody else have some conspiracy theories they want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, conspiracy theories are big, too. People, we've been focusing so much on the other ones,
I know.
like other stories.
I want to hear any new ones that are out there.
All right, let's see what else we got. Because I can, I want to call Kristen Hartman. She's got a few stories. I'm going to let her pick a really good one. Let's see if Kristen Hartman's online. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just checking chats. So.
Okay, you check chats. You know what? You do what you want. I'm going to have a moment with Kristen by myself. I don't need you.
You go right ahead.
I don't need you to talk to girls. All right, calling Kristen Hartman. Let's see if she picks up.
There.
Well, hello, Kristen. How are you?
As Doc Holiday said to Wyatt Earp in Tombstone, I am rolling.
Oh my God, I think I just fell in love. I mean, right at this moment, head over heels, I'm in love. I don't know where to go with that.
I bought a new truck today. Woohoo!
Oh yeah, well, you posted about that, and I read that, gave you a little thumbs up on that. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So you said you had a couple stories. Why don't you give us the background on one and give us the lay of the land and tell us the time and the place, and then just move right into it, and we'll talk from there. The floor is now yours,
right.
darling. It's yours.
Okay. I think I'll start with the trip to the first ever ghost tour of the old Missouri State Pen in Jeff City. The original part was built like in 1832 or something.
Okay.
And they added onto it through the years. But so they took us into like these different areas of the prison as it had been added onto. They took us into the women's wing and told us about a gray lady ghost that is seen like walking the upper level of the jail cells there. And this was just like, as a history nut, this just like really kind of got me as far as the story goes. But the reason she was imprisoned was for protesting for women's suffrage. And she died in there. They like let her die.
Wow, they really made her suffer, didn't they?
Yeah, right. So ladies, don't take that right to vote for granted. Just saying.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting story, and of course the creep factor was like 10 plus in there because the paint was all peeling, and oh man, it was just
it's one thing to hear the story, you know, at a VFW hall when you're having pizza and a beer. It's another thing to hear the story in the prison, you know, where you can see the scratch marks on the wall of the people clawing to get out, you know.
Right. And in the prison at night, no less. And the whole reason because I actually don't like paranormal. I get weirded out by it. I'm not a fan of any horror movies ever, if you know me.
Yep.
The reason that I was on this is because my daughters at the time were really into that show Ghost Adventures that was on TV for a while.
Sure, yeah.
So I kind of got drugged there. I was like, had to take them, you know.
Like one does, yes.
Like one does as a parent. But then the next part of the prison we went to had been added on like in the 40s, I think.
Okay.
And they took us to a part that was like a guard tower, and there had been a prison riot that was so bad in 1954 that the governor had to call in the National Guard, and multiple guards got killed on that spot when prisoners took their guns away from them, and you could see all of the bullet holes. Like it was like a hail of bullets. It must have been like a horrible gunfight.
Right.
But, and then there was two more super, super creepy parts. The next part they took us to as we're walking around, we had to go through this courtyard, was the gas chamber. And they had like the actual chairs that they strap people. And I've got a picture of my oldest daughter sitting in that chair.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because she tried talking me into it. And I was like, no freaking way.
No
you can't
way.
Pay me enough money.
That's like bad juju.
Oh, no kidding. Agreed. But the other thing that was just kind of disturbing in there, besides the fact that, you know, so many people were put to death there, was that they had like the worst crimes in the history of the state of Missouri that had been executed there. And they had like the picture of the criminal and what they had done below it. And it was like, oh my goodness, just reading those. Yeah. It was almost like I want out.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
Okay, we gotta put a pause on this conversation. And are you sitting down?
I am.
Okay, that's good, because I'm gonna have to get out now. First of all, Kristen, you know for a fact I love you, right? You know that, right?
Right.
Okay. And I know Mama X, your queen, is going to try to run to your defense because that's just what she does. But do you realize you didn't tell us a ghost story at all? Other than you mentioned there was someone at some point saw a gray ghost
There's a
lady.
gray lady.
That's
Yeah,
you
there's a
didn't
gray
see it?
lady
No,
ghost.
come on. Did you see the ghost? No. All you did was give us a history lesson about some prison back in Missouri.
So we could talk about Alcatraz and
It
all the
doesn't
weird
matter.
stuff
No,
that
come
happens
on.
there.
No, come on. I don't want to hear. I don't want Kristen to call in and go, a friend of a friend of a friend read a book, and in the book that describes a ghost. That's not a ghost story. That's just a history
my
lesson.
gosh.
I'm just saying, Kristen, we
I
got.
mean, to be fair, maybe they didn't want to show themselves to me because I'm a skeptic.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, that's even better. Welcome to Off the Record with the General, where we talk about ghosts that don't show up, that are too afraid to show up.
Wow.
That's what. Hey, you know what's next? We're gonna have a guy call in about the aliens that didn't land their spaceship. I think that would be great. No, you know what? What about the family who camped in the Pacific Northwest that never saw Bigfoot? I think we should have one of those stories next. Kristen,
Well,
I love
I
you.
can go to my Bigfoot story next after
Wait.
I finish the part about when they put us in solitary.
No, skip the prison stories. Now, if you got a Bigfoot story, it better not be about how you almost saw one or something. I'm gonna let you go.
No,
Kristen,
this
go
is a
ahead.
This was a story that was told to me by the person that experienced it.
Now,
Okay,
see,
so
this is still a secondhand story. I'm gonna let you do it, but
I mean,
okay,
it is.
all right, okay.
It is.
You know, if you loved me, you'd have had that person call in.
Well, I've lost touch with them some years ago, and I think he might have passed away, actually.
All right, go ahead, tell
Because
your
he's
story.
like my dad's generation.
We're
But-
ready. Go
so
ahead.
my dad loved road trips when I was a kid, and he also was religious. So occasionally we would go to like different Bible camps, and we've been to like Colorado. And this one was a friend, a pastor that he met in eastern Oklahoma, which is technically part of the Ozarks.
Okay.
And so he invited us to come over. They were having like a week-long camp, and so we did. And wonderful family, really nice guy, great preacher. But he proceeded to tell us this story around the campfire one night, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's terrifying, because this is like the forest primeval there, if you can picture it. Huge pine trees, lots of land owned by Weyerhaeuser Timber,
Okay.
actually, right there. That was his biggest like neighbor as far as land holdings. And so, lots of hunting, some fishing going on there too. But his story was this: he had gone back into the woods to check on, some deer looks that he had put out to get ready for deer season.
Sure.
And it was kind of close to sunset, and he was on the four-wheeler. And he gets back on the four-wheeler to go to the house, and he hears this heavy breathing, like, and so he looks around and he sees this thing that's about to like jump on him, and he floors the four-wheeler as fast as it will go through the woods towards his house. And he feels it breathing on his neck, like he cannot get away from it no matter how fast he goes. And he finally broke through the woods and got like back out where it was clear, back on the main road to his house, and it was gone. But he said he was terrified, and that's like not a guy that ever lied about anything.
That's
as far
what.
as I
Yeah,
knew anyway.
that was going to be my question. Is
Yeah,
how?
and Shiloh says, I knew right where she's talking about. There's been a lot of sightings there.
Well, see, that's the other thing. Now, this is the second
okay.
time. This is the second time we've heard stories about Bigfoot in the Ozarks, and I've never heard that before. It was always in Oregon or Canada or Washington. I'd never heard of any Bigfoot sightings until now. Now we got two.
Yeah.
That was my question, Kristen, because you said he seemed to be a very trustworthy man. Now, was he drinking? Was he on like his seventh beer?
No.
Come on.
Teetotaler.
Were you guys back up in the Ozarks? Did you get into Grandpappy's still? A little bit of that moonshine? A little bit of what the Waltons called the recipe? Come on now. You can tell me prohibition's over.
I did have a neighbor lady that was like 85 that could make that stuff. She was something else. It's also the same one that telling me there was Confederate gold in a cave kind of behind my parents' farm. And of course, my brother and sister and I rode our horses out there and went looking for it. And it was so steep that we had to tie the horses at the top of a cliff and kind of like work our way down to the bottom to get into the cave. But we kind of hit a rock wall once we went in the cave.
Why?
Never found any gold.
What, like a literal rock wall, like it was caved in, or you just didn't?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Caving in. It was, oh gosh, I was probably 14 then.
Wow.
This would have been like 1986. We were pretty much free range kids. Like our parents would turn us loose with horses and rifles, and
you think
just,
if
like,
you
disappear in the woods all day.
No kidding. At 14, you're going to look for Confederate gold down the side of a mountain. Yeah, free range kids. That was, you weren't even in a situation where you could come home when the streetlights came on. There weren't any.
Nope. My mom would just be like, "Don't do anything stupid," and away we would go. And I'm like, "Okay, Mom."
And you never thought to go back, because I could use some of that Confederate gold right now. I'm telling you, you know.
Right? Well, I'm sure you guys could, since you're getting ready to build a house.
Yeah, I'm starting with $6, so I got a little ways to go there. I'm telling you.
I'm in the same boat because I just talked to a builder today about what to do with mine. It was remodeled, but the main part of it was built in the 30s, and the floor really needs a lot of help. So he's like, you might be better off just to bulldoze it and start over. And I'm like, yay.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty bad when someone says,
I hear, right?
I know, that's pretty bad when someone says, I don't want the job, just tear it down and start over.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Oh, good God. Well, Kristen, even though you did not have firsthand knowledge of anything, the best you had was secondhand knowledge from some guy who claimed to be a preacher that was clearly sucking on the tit of a still buried way back up in the Ozarks. And the other one was just like you read a brochure from the prison. Well, you know what? I picked up this brochure when I was on tour there. Let me read you the brochure, pages 1 through 5. You know, next time you're going to do that, Kristen, let me know. And I'll get the same brochure and I can put up matching pictures so people can follow along.
My goodness.
Well, I mean, if you ever get to Missouri, they still do that ghost tour, so you could go see what I saw.
What for? You've already described it. I'm good, man. I can waive that $15 off. Say, no, I'm saving that money. I don't need to go.
No, actually, there's a lot more fun things besides that you can do around here. So.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure there is. I already know everything there is to know about that area. I watched the TV show The Ozark. I watched it. So I know everything. I know about the blue catfish.
I can tell you this, the county I grew up in on that farm is called Shannon County, and it was very backwoods. We still, like, there's one town over there, not the town I grew up near, but about 30 miles away, called Winona, and they legit still have, like, family feuds there.
Yeah, you see,
like, if you make one of them mad, the whole damn clan's after you.
That's when you're going. That's when you're going down the river and you start hearing banjos in the woods. You paddle. Yes. You paddle faster. You try to get to
Hey, I've got stories of knowledge of these people running off canoeists from St. Louis because they didn't like them because they were city people.
I bet. I did. Very territorial. Hey, Kristen, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to move on to the next call, but you have been so much fun. Delightful conversation.
You guys are fun too. I appreciate y'all. Love the show.
Thank you for letting us call you. We'll catch you on the flip side, dear.
Bye, Kristen.
Bye-bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
That was a good phone call.
Yeah, there is a Eric G on YouTube that said he just texted the phone with a story or has a story for you.
Let us look and see.
He is live in chat.
I am so hungry right now. I can't even tell you how hungry I am. Like, in the middle of this, I almost want to order a big calzone from the Pizza Factory.
Unbelievable.
I love the Pizza Factory.
Yeah, well, I think they're closing soon.
God damn.
We live in a podunk town, man.
Hey, don't talk about my town that way. God.
The Shoeless one on YouTube, member for 34 months, says the Ozarks are a hot spot. There's also a ridge line down through Appalachian Mountains that has a ton of sightings.
You know what? For all of my growing up, I've watched In Search Of. Remember with Leonard Nimoy?
Yes.
He never talked about the Ozarks. Leonard Nimoy talked about Oregon, and he talked about Washington, and everything Bigfoot related was the Pacific Northwest. He never mentioned the Ozarks. I don't know why, but I'm just I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So what'd you say? Who
Eric
texted?
G. Is his name on YouTube.
Eric, I don't know which phone number you are, my man. Are you the 706 area code? We got a few in here now.
Eric, text the number.
Now, listen, you all that are still in there, we got Sammy, we got Shy, we got Graham, we got 541 area code, Jason, Dirty Wrench. If we don't get to you this week, just please bear with us. We'll get to you guys. And I need these stories to pick and choose and bounce around from, so appreciate you.
I just asked him to send the text.
Send the text. Let's see. I just need to know his name just to make sure I'm on the right guy.
66. Do you have the 662 area code?
662. I do not. I don't think it came through.
Oh, wow.
I have a 706. Sammy Joe says to order my pizza.
Okay.
I have 706 area code standing by there. The picture's a dude with a beard like
Eric G says he does have a really big beard.
It's a 706 area code.
He says
there
yes.
It is. Yeah, okay. Hey, what's that guy's name who was in Harry Potter that you like? The big
Hagrid.
Yeah, that's what this guy looks like, but with a light brown beard. Oh, it's fucking huge. All right.
Okay.
Let's give him a call. We'll call Eric G here. Ghost story for you. Happened in my grandparents' house. I don't know. I can't read where it's from. It looks like a person's name. I don't know. Let's just call Eric and see what he's got for a ghost story. Dialing Eric. And it's not going to cost a fortune because he's not in Australia. Eric, make sure that I'm not on speakerphone and make sure that my voice is turned down in the background, whatever you got going there.
You got it. How you doing, man?
All right, hanging out, being me. It's the only thing I'm good at anymore. You got to stick with what you know, baby, and that's all I can do.
I hear you.
So you got a ghost story.
You've been talking to you. I've heard your voice so many times.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's cool to talk to you.
Do you got me on speaker or maybe Bluetooth because you're real muffled?
Okay, I'll get you on the speaker. How about now?
Much better. Yeah.
Is that better?
Well, yeah. Hey, man, if you've been listening in and watching along for a long time, we appreciate that. We really do. Thank you for doing that.
I actually just stumbled across the broadcast. I watched your like the shorts of you and your son messing with each other, and I think it's great. And your take on the world, it is my take on the world, almost like 99.9.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's 100%. It's like it mirrors me 100% of the time. We kind of resemble each other.
Little bit.
It's kind of it's a little eerie.
Hey,
so.
now there's two of us in the world. We need to get more.
There's a lot more.
There's
than
two, baby.
There's a lot more than two, man.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. Listen, tell us your ghost story. The floor is yours. Everyone's listening. Give a little background, when and where and stuff like that, and then let's just talk about it. Go ahead.
Well, when I was really little, like 4 or 5 years old, like I was very fortunate growing up. I knew all my great grandparents, all of them.
Good.
And one set, which was my namesake, my last name, they lived in the area of Sharon, which is north of Laurel, Mississippi. And they passed away when I was very young. I was 5 or 6, but I remember them. But in the next couple of years after that, my grandfather, my dad's father, and my dad's stepmother, we don't think too kindly of her, but anyway, they moved into that house, and they weren't too happy with it. They were having some issues with it. Now everybody's heard the stories, and I'm sure you've seen the YouTube videos of people like going into the kitchen and every cabinet door and every drawer was pulled wide open.
Okay, now hold on. Before you continue there, listen, this is like the third or fourth ghost story that we've had that is exactly the same. The kitchen cabinets were open. The drawers were open.
Yeah.
I never heard that. I've been around the sun 57 laps, and I didn't know that was a thing. And now you're confirming it.
Yeah, this happened to them.
Okay.
And I never saw this, but I mean, it was my grandparents, and I
Sure.
was a little kid. I was like 8 or 9 at the time, I think, maybe 7. I was old enough to remember all this very
All right.
well. But they stayed there, and it didn't happen all the time, but it happened 2 or 3 times.
Right.
It was enough for them to be concerned, but not. I mean, they were looking for another place.
Well,
I
if
think
it's
they already
enough,
had the house on
if
the
it's enough
market.
to make them want to move, you know.
Yeah. But I went and stayed with them one night, and they had a long hallway which led to the bedrooms in the back of the house, and
Right.
the kitchen, and there was a dining room which they used as a den in the front of the house, and this long hallway which went between the two. And I was in a bedroom, and I heard it sounded like an old black lady humming, or it sounded more like singing, but it wasn't distinct like words.
Huh.
It was more like, it was like in between humming and singing, but it was more like singing enough that I could clarify a voice, and it sounded like an old black lady.
Let me stop
And
you
it
for
was-
1 second while you're thinking of that memory, because you just reminded me of a story another guy told me, and it doesn't have to be the same as yours, but I want you to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
A guy told me one time that in his family lineage, they had owned a plantation in the South, and it was a very big plantation house. And by the time he got there, which I think was in the 70s, it was very run down, but it was still that you could still open doors and go inside. Most of the windows were still there. Very big house. And what he said was similar to what you said. He told the story of hearing like a black woman's, he said it was almost like a nanny rocking a baby and kind of singing and humming. And what he said
kind
was
of the same feeling.
He
Kind of
said,
the same feeling.
okay, now follow me on this and tell me if this is the same or not. He said he opens up the front door and he's standing in the doorway, and there's nobody in the house. Nobody's been in the house for years. And he starts hearing this singing, this humming, and he could tell very clearly. And he said it sounded like it was upstairs, far away. So he says, I walked up the stairs. He says, but the sound didn't get any louder. It was like it was the same distance away. So he walks down the hallway. He would think that the closer he got to the bedroom, the louder the sound would be, because now he's closer. He goes, I got to the end of the hallway. Still, I could hear it in the room behind the door, but it was still really far away. He says he opened the door, walked in the room, and the sound was coming from an adjacent, like a changing room. So he goes, I went in that room, and the sound was still equally far away. He goes, no matter where I went in the house, the noise was still that far away. Was there anything similar about that with yours, or was that a different type of feel?
No, but you actually remind me of another story, which I'll tell you in a minute.
All right. Go ahead. We'll finish this one.
Okay. All right. In this case, you said you mentioned the word nanny.
Yeah.
And I said that kind of it fits the bill here. All right. I just felt drawn to get up out of bed, and I kid you not, I was a little kid. You know, little boys are into ninjas and stuff. I was being a ninja, and I was inching along the wall with my back to the wall, just stepping a little at a time towards the kitchen, being as quiet and thinking I was sneaking up on whoever this was.
Yeah.
And the closer I got, the louder it got. I mean, I was getting closer.
Okay.
And I got to the doorway. There was no door. It was just an open-faced doorway.
Yeah.
And I could hear, she was on a rocking chair. I could hear the rocking chair in motion. And like I said, she was singing, humming, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And she just had that distinctive voice, and it was soothing, peaceful, almost like I don't know.
You've got me on the edge of my damn seat, man. What happened when you got there?
All this time, all my life, I've always thought this was like a peaceful spirit.
Yeah.
But now that I'm an adult, I almost wonder if it wasn't something trying to draw me in as a kid.
Or
but
maybe,
anyway,
you know what? There's people that tell me, they told me those spirits are trapped. Sometimes, you know.
That could be. I don't know.
All right, go ahead. What happened?
As a Christian, I don't know what to think.
Okay, I'm with you.
But, all right. So at the last minute, I jumped. I wanted to see who this was. And you gotta remember, there's no rocking chair in there.
But you heard it.
Another weird thing.
Whoa.
I heard it. But so I jumped in the doorway, not in the room, but just in the doorway where I could see. And the lights were all off, but there was the street light from outside. You could see in the whole kitchen.
Yeah.
And there was nothing. Everything went quiet. There was nothing.
So as soon as you turned that corner, it all stopped.
Everything stopped.
Every story we get like that, when you get close to what's going on, it shuts down. That is
so
odd.
I went back. My heart was pumping. I mean, I remember, I'm 51 years old. I was probably 8 at the time. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went back to bed and I laid down. And I don't know if it was 5, 10, 15 minutes later, I started hearing her again. And
Wow.
she sung me to sleep.
Wow.
That's something. Boy, that's something. I'm telling you that you know, again, when you're a little kid, stuff like that, just so you know, just to be clear, when you're doing a little ninja thing down the hallway, sliding, I've been that kid. I was absolutely that kid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been the ninja creeping around the house trying to catch on to stuff. Yes, I have.
Oh, my God.
I related to that part of the story.
Now, when you said that about the other guy who couldn't get, like, close to the sound.
Yes.
Okay. The only other real actual ghost encounter I've ever had, and that one was a peaceful encounter. It's just it freaks me out, but not in a bad way. It just kind of I want to understand it. I have a very clinical mind. I want to understand things, and I never understood what happened, so that bothers me. But this bothers me to this day, just to freak me out. One day, I don't know, probably around that same age, but I grew up and my folks were divorced, and that was the time when I was with my dad. This is the time I was with my mom, and we were in Louisiana, up in Bossier City.
Okay.
In just a suburban neighborhood.
Right.
Middle class neighborhood, regular street, lots of houses. I just got drawn to the front door. We had a glass storm door. And I just got drawn to that front door. And
were you on the inside of the house or the outside?
I was on the inside.
Okay, gotcha.
It's one of the few days I was allowed inside.
Right.
And but I just saw this character, and this is what reminded me of the story. When you were saying that, he was making slow, regular steps, but he was getting he was way off, and he was getting closer to me really fast. But it's like the closer he got, he was slowing down a little bit until he was kind of inside, and you know, I had a good visual side of him, and then it's like his motion was matching his steps, and it just still freaks me out. He was tall, lanky, wearing a black suit with a wide brim hat. Like, all right, have you ever seen the Poltergeist 2, I think it was?
Yeah, I get the description. I'm with you all the way through that. That's just that's odd, man. But you know, truthfully, that
creature
could have been other things, don't you think? You know, there's other explanations for that one.
But it's not over. It was the preacher guy from Poltergeist 2.
Yeah.
He's got that wide. It looked just like that guy. Just real sullen, sunken eyes.
Yeah.
Real. I mean, not right looking. And he was dressed in an old-timey suit like that with that wide-brimmed hat. But there was this old car parked across the street from us. It never moved, sat there for years. And when he walked in front of that car, I could see the car through him, and that's when I really knew something was wrong.
Wow.
He turned and he looked right at me and made eye contact.
That's because you weren't minding your own damn business. That's what he's trying to tell you. Trying to tell you, mind your own business. He turned around and gave you that stare.
He stared me down, and I damn near pissed my pants. And he looked at me for a few steps, and then he slowly turned and looked forward, and then he started speeding off, but his steps never sped up.
Yeah.
He sped off. It was the weirdest thing.
Well,
and
as long
I
as
don't know if that was an alien, a demon, figment of my imagination, or what. But
you know what? At that age, you could have just put too much sugar on your grape nuts, and you could have had a sugar high. It's possible. I've done it. I've done it. I've been that guy. Hey, Eric, I appreciate you letting us call you tonight. Thanks for the couple of stories you gave, and appreciate you listening in. I really do.
Hey, man, I enjoyed it. I really did. Next time we'll talk about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Eric. Text us back. Thanks, my man.
Eric.
Bye-bye.
All right, y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So there's another story. Oh, you got your finger up. I won't. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
No, finish your thought.
No, I was just going to say, we got some really good stories tonight, but go ahead. What do you got there?
Over on YouTube, Montana Mama's checking in, said, been following for longer, but it started on Facebook. Then I ditched Facebook, so here I am today. I love you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Montana Mama.
Nightbot dropped $10 over there on YouTube. Big thanks to the Gen X dad for listening to all our stories, all different personalities, all different stories, and all treated with dignity and respect. Great job, General.
I will never make fun of you guys when you tell me a story. Sometimes I may joke with you. Sometimes I may give you alternative answers, possibilities of what you're telling me. But no, man, I'm taking you guys seriously. I'm really listening. I mean, I'm really want to know these stories. I'm not just saying that. I really want to know. So anything else over there you got in between the sheets we need to know about?
Sammy Joe's checking in saying, finish with me, dang it.
I will tell you this. Now, I never tell you how many people are listening on the radio. I don't divulge numbers. I'm not like that. But I will tell you, from the numbers that normally were listening to this radio station back when it first started on a daily basis, to the number of listeners right now, 8 times the number of listeners.
That's fabulous.
8 times the number of listeners on kgxtradio.com. Now, I can't tell who they are. You know, it doesn't tell,
but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, this is a little onward and upward moment.
Here we go.
Gen X Talks presents kgxtradio.com. All right.
Let's get that radio station going.
We're doing it. All right. Let's see. We do go back to the names and the numbers and the stuff here. I'm not tired of going yet. Sammy, hang on. I will probably finish with you.
Everybody wants to hear her voice.
You know what? Not me. I've heard that voice so much, live and in person, for so long. If I never hear it again, it'll be too goddamn soon.
I didn't say you.
All right, look it. We got to go to the Dirty Wrench. He was being patient. He chimed in.
Dirty Wrench. Where has he been?
He's hanging out here on the shop phone.
All right.
His name's Jason. He says, good evening, handsome general, and your highness, our queen.
Aww.
If you're interested, I have a UFO story. It's got nothing to do with Johnny O or New Jersey.
Oh, cool. Is there Dirty Wrench in Arizona?
No.
Is he the one from Surprise, Arizona? I always remember that for some reason, but I think so.
I don't know.
Maybe he has
I don't
a
think so.
surprise UFO story?
Well, his first name's Jason. He goes by the Dirty Wrench online. So let's talk to Jason, see if he's still awake. We did put him on hold for a little bit, so he may not answer, but let's try him. Da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. Talking to Jason, the Dirty Wrench.
Hello?
Hey, Jason, it's the General and Her Majesty the Queen. How you doing this evening?
General, Your Highness, I'm good, thanks. How are you guys doing?
We're good. How are you?
He's doing all right. He just
Good,
told us how he's doing. Listen, where are you calling from, just so we know? What part of the world are you in?
Oh, forget about it. Greetings once again from the city of Surprise, Arizona.
Oh my God,
right.
she got it.
I was right.
She was right. I did.
Because in chat, as I'm moderating or watching, he always says that.
You see, that's how
consistent.
Well, not always, but
most of the time. Yeah.
Enough of time that it got her attention. I'll tell you that. That's how often.
I think that's a great town name. Surprise.
Surprise, Arizona.
Just another dumb retired mechanic in the middle of a different desert.
Well, the floor is yours. Give us a little background on your story, a little where and when, and then let's get to it, my man. Have at it. The ceiling, there's no limit. Just do your thing.
Okay, again, I'll be brief because I don't know how to tell a story. We're going back to June. We're going to start in June 2008 and run through June 2010.
That is a long story. That's a 2-year story, my man.
No. I'm gonna, General, I promise.
I got you.
I'm gonna condense it.
Hey, man, I'm just fucking with you. You're
fine.
good. Go ahead. Do your thing,
Take
baby.
your time.
Okay. After having taken some overseas assignments, now please understand, I'm not in uniform no more. I'm contracting. You understand the difference?
Sure do.
Okay, so I'm working with different people, different companies, different teams, but starting in June 2008, the fucking Nightbot and his kangaroo rat and his didgeridoo, and it started with me learning how to play the didgeridoo, and I'm serious. I
that's
put a lot of time,
funny
effort, and energy into playing this.
I believe you, man, but that's like, you got to be dedicated to want to do that.
I was, and over the span of 2 weeks, I'm playing this thing 15 nights in a row. Our base is not taking incoming, and the one night I don't play it because one of my team members complained. Is that the only note you can get out of that thing? I'm like, dude, it's a didgeridoo. It's not a fucking guitar. So
can you tell us where you were? You said you're on a base. Can you tell us what part of where you were about?
Iskandaria.
Okay. All right, just I don't want to. I don't want you to say something you're not allowed to, but I do have questions.
It's public information.
Okay.
I'm not talking out of school.
Good.
Anyway, getting back to the UFO stuff, because that's primarily what I was.
Sure.
The point, or y'all ever see that movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
I did. Sure.
Okay, there was that 2 or 3 second scene where Richard Dreyfuss was in his truck at the railroad crossing, and this thing moves across the sky, and it blocks out the. Okay, there is nothing in this world like the night sky over the deserts of Iraq. No moon.
Wow.
No moon, just stars.
Okay.
And primarily triangular shapes would move between where we were sitting on the ground and the sky, and it would block out sections of the sky as it was moving. No sound, no lights, no, just this triangular shape.
So it's a solid object. If you can't see through, it's blocking stuff out. You can tell. I got you.
That's right.
All right.
Okay. Here's what really slid the cheese off my fucking cracker. I'm sitting with other teammates, other team members, and we 12 to 18, and on the rare occasion, service members, primarily Army. On the rare occasion, these Australians, kangaroo rats. I worked with some of them. They actually had the kangaroo rat as their unit patch. I'm getting distracted. As this thing is moving across the night sky and blocking out certain sections of it as it's moving, it's like, you really got to pay attention. I'm looking at my team members and is anybody else seeing this? Are you seeing this? And they look up, and I know they're seeing it, but you know what? Every gosh darn time, you know what they told me?
What's that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see shit.
Well, how could that be? I mean, what the hell, man?
They didn't want to admit it. They didn't want to admit it. Now, after the fact, a day, 2, maybe 3 days later, hey, Miller, come over here. Let me talk to you for a second. Yeah, I saw that shit, but I didn't want to say in front of anybody or everybody else. Well, why the hell not?
Yeah, you
What's
did.
the big deal?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's dropping ordinance or hurting people, or it's like, but still, it was just weird. It was bizarre. Again, no moon, just and again, there's nothing like the night sky in the middle of the gosh
let me
darn
ask
desert where
you.
there's no
Let
light
me ask you
pollution.
2 questions. 2 things come to. I'm listening to your story. I'm visualizing it. 2 things come to mind. How far elevation was it away from you? Would you guess?
And I'd be guessing. I would say.
I mean, because you know where I'm going with this. Was it the size of a basketball,
Yeah.
about 100 feet in the sky, or was it the size of a skyscraper, 2 miles high?
It'd be closer to the size of a skyscraper.
Okay.
And probably about 1,000 feet.
And did it make any noise at all?
No.
And nothing on it was reflective at all?
No.
Okay, I'm with you.
I
got you on that.
Again, just a relatively large triangular shape. Even if you're looking up at the sky, if you can gauge 1,000 to 1,500 feet elevation from the ground, General, that's the best way I could explain it.
No, I got you. That's a tough call at night too. It really is. A blacked out night, that's a tough call. But you didn't have any buddies you knew that were in radar that night or on air traffic control that could add, that nobody brought up anything, or was everyone just being real quiet about it? I mean, it had to have been, somebody had to have seen a blip on a screen somewhere.
If they did, they wouldn't say.
Wow.
I mean, primarily, me and my crew, me and my team, we were ground pounders.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. We hardly had anything to do with Signal Corps or
sure.
Primarily the Air Force was responsible for.
Right, but I had to ask. I had because you might have bumped into somebody. I had to ask. I got you.
Oh. Who'd I bump into?
No, that's what I just meant. I had to ask, maybe you could have bumped into somebody that had another story. Hey, that same night I was working air traffic control, or I was on the ground, or a pilot. I mean, I didn't know who you were hanging with, but I had to ask just in case.
I did on 2 separate occasions, but it was brief. I was sitting down in one of those areas in which you could get something to eat. Something closer to home, like a Burger King or a Starbucks. Right. Not a Starbucks. What did they call that? Gosh darn, Seattle coffee. I don't know what. Well, no, because I'm former Army. I hardly fussed with Air Force, but sure. On 2 separate occasions, each after what I saw, what I witnessed. Briefly, it was mentioned by Air Force personnel. So, oh yeah, remember that thing we saw on the radar or the screen or the?
But they didn't know either.
Like, well, as soon as they said it out loud, they're looking around, and as soon as they looked at me, it was like, "Shut your mouth."
Oh yeah, I got you.
Shut your mouth. This guy's paying too much attention to our conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if ignorance is bliss, there's some things I'm better off not fucking knowing.
Right. Creepy stuff, man. I get what you're saying. I totally visualize it. When you guys tell me these stories, I put it in my head like a picture trying to figure it out. So, hey, man, Jason, Dirty Wrench, thank you for letting us call you. I really appreciate you taking time to give us a story and taking time out of your day for that. I really, really do. I mean it, man. It's another one. It's going down in the books, and it'll live on the internet forever right now.
General, likewise. My queen. Our queen. Thank you both so much for your time.
Yep. Thanks, Jason. We'll catch you on the flip side.
In.
All right, my man. Bye-bye.
All right. Good night now.
Good night.
Trippy story when you know.
Trippy is not a story.
No, Trippy's not a story. Here's the deal. You can't, if you're sitting in that situation looking up at a blank a blank spot in the sky and you're freaking out, how would you ever tell that story where someone would be interested? How could you ever tell it and not have people go, okay, move on, whatever, blank spot in the sky? Because it's not that interesting in words, but when you're there
and you actually see
you're seeing it, you can't. Can you imagine being in the desert in Iraq and you're with your buddies in the military and you look up and there's a skyscraper blocking out part of the sky? How do you find the words for that?
I don't know.
How do you, unless you're a guy like me, who when they're telling these stories, I close my eyes and I'm trying to put myself there. For me, it's important to understand the gravity of the situation. I don't know whether everybody's doing that or if it's just me, but that's what I'm doing. All right. Now, I promised Sammy Joe we'd go to her. Do you got anything else between the sheets, honey, before we say anything?
I do not at the moment. Everybody's just loving all the chit-chatting.
So here's the gig. I'm going to call Sammy. But Sammy's, I don't know if she's a good storyteller. I don't know if she's going to go all Italian sundial on the roof. And I swear, if she's got a New York accent, a Boston accent that's thicker than the Nightbot from Australia.
Be nice to her.
I'm just trying to prep the crowd. I'm just trying to
be nice to her. She's in the hospital.
Oh, forgot. You know what? If she was sitting on a rocking chair with a lemonade on the front porch, you would still say, be nice to her. It doesn't matter where she is.
Doesn't matter.
You got a soft spot for her and an even bigger one for Trippy Dippy Pineapple.
That's
TDP,
right.
baby. All right. I'm going to call Sammy. She's probably asleep by now. She's probably had her medication. She's zonked out. Trippy Pineapple is probably going to answer the phone and have his own story. All right, here we go. Calling Sammy Joe, formerly on staff, laid up in the hospital with a baby.
With a baby.
Do-dum, do-do-do-dum. Do-dum. Do-dum.
Hello.
Wow, you don't sound happy at all, Sammy Joe. Sammy answers the phone. Hello.
Well, you said you were tired of my voice, so I figured I'd change it.
Whoa.
Whoa, she got a growl going on. I mean, I love your voice, and I don't hear enough of it, and I would love for you to be happy and cheery and joyful right now.
Hi, how are you?
There we go.
I want the Disney voice.
I want the Disney voice, yes. So, Disney Mama, Sammy Joe, you said you have a story for us. Why don't you give us a little background on the story, and then go ahead and the floor is yours, my dear.
All right, this is, by the way, I've been waiting since the second episode of this show to tell this story.
Good things come to those who wait.
Mm-hmm. A little tidbit on that, but it's just a little creepy ghost story I got for you.
Hey, make sure I'm not on speakerphone because it's getting a little hard to hear you.
You're not. I'm just in a hospital.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, tell the whole hospital story. Who cares?
No, let's just stick with the other story.
I'm just kidding.
All right. If you need me to, you can call me on Trippy Pineapple's phone because he's right behind me giving me a back rub.
Well, we're okay right now. I can hear you. Just we'll go ahead and see how it goes.
Okay. So the story is back from when I was 8 years old, and it did happen to me.
Okay.
We were moving and looking for houses. And my mom and dad found this amazing house. It was right next to a farm. And I said that correctly because you said no Boston accent.
Yeah, she said farm with an R. Thank you.
So we lived right next to one that had goats and horses. They're like little ponies and some cows and stuff. And apparently that farm had been there for years. Old farm, since like the 40s, 50s. My mom was telling me all about this house and how it had a built-in pool. I would have my own separate room instead of having to share one with my siblings.
Right.
It was all painted pink. I had my own fireplace. I had my own porch.
Wow.
And I had my own little like attic space for myself. Really, really cool room. Awesome. And we got there. We pull up to the house. And like I said, I was in 4th grade, so I'm around 7, 8, or 9 years old.
Yeah, I got you.
I started crying. as soon as we pulled up to the house.
Because you were happy?
No one knew why. No. It wasn't a happy cry. It was a I'm scared for my life cry.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And my mom was asking me over and over again, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you crying? And I just kept telling her, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go in that house. I don't want to look at it. I refuse to even look at it.
Wow.
My mom had tried everything to get me to even step foot out of the car, and I would not.
Now, the oxymoron part of the story right now is this was potentially the house of your dreams at 8 years old, where you get your own room and there's a pool. I mean, part of you had to really, really want to go in there, but you couldn't.
Before we pulled up to the house, I wanted to go in it, and I was like, yes, let's go.
Right.
We pulled up to the house, and I couldn't even look at it. And I had no idea why. No idea. And so my mom and dad were obviously like, we can't even get her to step foot out of the car to go near this house, so apparently we can't live in it.
Now, why didn't your parents just force you to do it? And mine would have. My mom would have knocked me in the head and said, "You go in your room and shut up." You know, but my mom would have.
So I asked them that, and they said because of the sheer look of terror and horror on my face.
Wow.
When I came to the house, I was that scared.
So do you have any idea what was going on?
I found out later on in high school when we went to a museum that's based on our town and the town history.
Oh, I need to hear what you found out. What did you learn?
There was a woman who lived there in the 40s, 50s era, and she got caught sacrificing the animals from the farm in her basement to Satan, and then later on killed herself in the basement.
Oh. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
And that was like in the 40s and 50s.
But at the time that you were scared, you had no connection. You didn't like nothing specific, no visions, no nothing about that. No, you couldn't connect the dots at all in any way. Wow.
Did you eventually tell your mom like that you found something out? And what'd she think?
She got freaked out.
Oh, wow.
She was just as scared as I was at that point, because this is years later. I'm in high school at this point.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny about that is that when you have a kid, let's say 8 years old, and it can be younger, a little older, but when you have a kid that is crying as a parent, you have a kid who's crying uncontrollably and apologizing, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm not going there. I can't. No. You weren't being stubborn and angry. You were really hurt and scared, and it was deep. And your parents are like, look, she's not making a stand for no reason. Something's really wrong here. Because when you have a kid who's going, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on, but I can't do this. I want to, but I can't. I mean, there's truth in that. There's something there, because why on earth would you make up a reason to not go in to what potentially was the house of your dreams? I mean, up until that moment, this was where you wanted to go. So it's not like you were dragging your feet the whole time. Oh, I don't want to go. This is a stupid house. It's too far out of town. And then when you get there, oh, I have a bad feeling I'm not going in. That would make sense for a spoiled brat child. But to have a kid who's being offered the greatest thing ever, and then they freak out, I'm telling you, that's a truthful feeling that you had. It had to have been.
Oh, yeah. It freaked me the frig out when I found out what happened in the basement. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And to this day, someone does live in it, but they don't stay there, like, all the time.
Huh.
There was an older lady who moved in by herself. And she still doesn't stay in there all the time. The last time I knew, she doesn't stay in there all the time.
Yeah.
So she's out a lot. She was like a real estate agent who traveled or something like that.
Wow. I don't know. If I ever, have you ever been near that house again, older?
Oh yeah. And it just, I still get that same weird feeling.
Doesn't it got to make you?
I look at it and I get creepy.
I know, you got to be like sick to your stomach almost when you go by it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Sammy, thank you for letting us call you. I hope you, well, I'm going to keep everybody updated on staff and otherwise on how you and Trippy are doing in there. I'm still waiting for Trip to tell me how the, test results came back. Everybody who's out there, she has some complications with the pregnancy, but it's nothing that can't be solved. So far, it all can be taken care of. Not that it's going to be easy, not that it's not going to be a little bit tricky, but it can be. So we'll update you guys as we go along. But Sammy, thank you so much for calling. And thanks for letting Trippy, I should thank Trippy for letting you call. I know he rules you with an iron fist.
Yeah, that's why he's rubbing my back.
Yeah.
He should. He should.
All right, Sammy, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for the story, dear.
You're welcome.
Sammy, we all love you. You rest. Take care of that little person in you.
Talk to you soon, dear.
I'm going to go to bed now. I waited up for this.
All
There you
right.
go.
Love
All
you,
right.
sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Aw.
Did you hear Trippy?
No, I didn't.
I did in my headphones.
Oh.
As I was turning down the volume, he leaned over and went, "Love you." I swear to God, he better have been talking to you.
Probably was talking to me.
Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Some ups and downs, some ins and outs, some wherefores and what have yous. Broadcasting on kgxtradio.com, simulcasting on YouTube for the moment. Appreciate all of you. And Danny H., I kept getting a message on the pod track that said, this SD card is operating too slowly.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not sure how the playback's going to be. I do have a Streamlabs version.
It's a ghost.
I'm telling you,
Every Wednesday.
every time we do something in here, the cell phones do something they've never done before. I have never had that message come. I've recorded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
And tomorrow it'll work.
I've never had a message come up on the display board that the SD card is operating too slowly and it's unable to record.
And Danny H. on YouTube says, I got you covered.
It's always something when around. I'm telling you, the weirdest things go on. All right, listen, we got to get out of here, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening in. Not sure where you're chiming in from around the planet. AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you listen in like you're supposed to on kgxtradio.com. Remember two things in this life. Number one, wherever you go, there you are. And number two, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out, baby.
Good night, everyone.